Hello. Thank you for stopping by and checking this video out. This is the best of the best 6-inch Darth Vader scale figures. What I did, and you can check the playlist. There's a whole playlist dedicated to this. There's 4 previous videos. This is the 5th. Each one I did a different company. I started off with Hasbro. I went into Disney Elite. I went into S.H.Figuarts and then Mafex, which that one took about 6 days to get completely done because of all the pictures I had to do. One thing I do is I try to put pictures in showing what the different hands and all that instead of you watching a video of a guy trying to change those hands in and out. That way you can see what they look like without having to waste too much of your time. I hate the idea of doing that to anybody. Alright, so these are the final 4. So let's get into it. 4th place. Oh, by the way, please check the description for the links to those videos. And also, this may be amended because in October, S.H.Figuarts is releasing a Darth Vader Return of the Jedi that looks freaking amazing based on the pictures. But we know no picture, it doesn't guarantee anything. So, but I just wanted to let you know this may get amended and the SHF one will definitely get amended. Alright, so start off with number 4. The die-cast Darth Vader from Disney Elite. So first off, I want to talk about just they all came with this excellent base. I wish every figure came with it. Has a little stub. I wish this little nub was higher. I do apologize for my hands. I had an accident and they got messed up. So I'm sorry. But there's this, and he just snaps into it, but he doesn't really need it. You can snap him into it. His heels have that, and then, he's very secure, and I recommend doing that because he's an expensive figure, especially now, but then you can just pull him off, and he has excellent balance. Now, I'm going to give you the criteria of how I picked these. I went brand by brand, and then I picked the best one, in my opinion, for each brand. I look forward to your comments down below. Please, I would love to hear which ones are your favorites, especially if you watch all of the videos 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you'll see in detail every single thing about every single figure. Oh, I would love to get into a conversation with all of you about which ones you would have picked. My criteria are these: articulation, accuracy to the one being depicted, which movie, etc. Then it's going to be based on accessories as well. And then the last one is value. Value is important. For example, if you're paying $20 and getting something excellent, well, and if you're paying $80 and you're still getting something excellent, the value is with the 20. So anyway, here we go with the Darth Vader Disney Elite. He comes in at number 4. At the end of the live part of this video, I will have a bunch of pictures that I have carefully worked on over the last week, and I hope you'll get a chance to watch them and look at all the different parts, especially of the number 1 figure. But let's get into this real quickly. Now, like I said, there's full detailed reviews already, but he has full articulation in his shoulders. He is die-cast metal. This dude weighs, and that's something I love. He has some great weight. One thing, too, he never falls. I've had this since they first came out. This is the first run. I have one boxed and one loose, and he never falls. Unfortunately, I need to boil his lightsaber. I already have a video on how to fix that. It has a little bit of a bend in it. The lightsaber does have excellent detail, as you can see. The gauntlet matches, and everything else is perfectly colored, as you would expect from the company that owns the rights. They even have the robe. Everything is PVC, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Okay, so the only things, here's what's against it and what made it come in number 4. The face is not proportionate to the helmet. I don't know if you can quite see that. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. If you look, it's too small of a face for Vader. His eyes should be wider, his cheeks should be wider, the grill should be a little bigger. And plus, I hate they do this on a ton of figures, but he never wore a silver collar. It was always either black or tucked in under his helmet, as it was in both Rogue One and in A New Hope, of course. And then he went to having the black chain with the little Sith symbols on each side. All right. Anyway, so you go back. This is all die cast, die cast, die cast. The laser die cast. This is a knock on it a little bit though, because take a look at that. That doesn't look like leather. It doesn't look like he's wearing. They put all the proper bends and stuff into it, but because it's die cast, it just looks like metal, which is exactly what it is. Now, not all parts are die cast. They're down here. This has a covering of plastic. You can see where they screwed it in. Now he does have torsion. I mean, he has excellent mobility, uh, articulation. The toe joint. He has a pivot and a rocker. The rocker I would not recommend using often. I had another one and it did not rock very well. Up and down is probably your best bet. Alright, so let's get. One of my favorite things about this figure, though, I love this. How they molded this together, and I mentioned it in the Disney Elite video. Beautiful, and I also love how they molded his hand. Look at that. Look at that claw. I mean, he's rocking the full. That's what he was doing when he threw that guy in Rogue One up at the ceiling and then just backhand slashed him in half. Oh God, wasn't that not one of the most awesome scenes ever? Oh, it made it worth the price. It's still an excellent figure. When they first came out, they were I think $26.99. Now you can find them online occasionally in the $30 to $40 range, brand new boxed. Loose, you can find them for about 25 to 30. Now, make sure on any loose ones that you get a guarantee that it's going to come with that bottom stand, okay? All right, so that's number two. Now for the three. Now, this was very difficult. I mean, I love all Vaders. I have hundreds of Darth Vader figures, but of the 6-inch ones, this is a S.H.Figuarts. This is a $60 figure. It comes with, and check the review again, it comes with, 18 or 6, well, we call it 8 pair of hands, 16 total hands, 17 actually, because there's an extra lightsaber holding hand. This is the A New Hope S.H.Figuarts. They have the grill so good. The proportions on the skull or on the helmet are great. And then you have, check this out, left, right, up, down, all around, and it's very good. Now there's that silver chain, and that bugs me. It may not bug you. That's why it's my opinion, But as far as articulation goes, he has superior articulation. He has a toe joint up and down, and then he has a pivot and he has a ball, so he can go left, right. You can get him into any pose pretty much that you want. Double jointed knee, and you can get them up about this height. Now, unfortunately, they decided to use PVC on the inside, but luckily their PVC is softer and it's more malleable, and it's cut into 4 pieces. So you're able to get him, for example, you can just stand him, and he's at an angle now. Look at that. And I don't even have his feet right. So balance is another big issue that I consider when ranking these. That's why it was so hard to put him at 3rd place. He is a beautiful, excellent figure. They did a great job. I can't wait to see what the Return of the Jedi one coming out in October is. And I'll make sure to go ahead and link to that video, because in there I found a website where you can just put $35 up front and then pay it the rest of it when they get it, and it's an American company, so you'll get a lot faster. Excellent paint apps, and one cool thing is this comes out, the lightsaber comes out. Actually, that would be part of a negative. It comes out way too easily. Alright, so you can put this up and have it hanging from his belt. It's a nice clip. One of my other favorite things about this is, much like Mafex was the first to do it, only this is a heftier material, which is good because this has a thicker um, piece of metal wire that goes all the way around and back and up. So you can go ahead and you can finish this. This was the way they had it naturally done. They had it with it up towards the bottom, curled up, and then you can do that. But you can do whatever pose you want to do, of course. You can take it out. Now it's nothing crazy, but I mean you can go if you want to go like that, and there you go. He's blowing in the wind, so you can get it into any position that you want. It's an excellent figure, as you can see here too. Even the lightsaber is incredibly detailed. It's beautiful. And then, like I said, you also have a lot of changes of hands. No change of the head. They decided to go with a solid sculpt and just do that. So this is number 3, but once again, it is very close. It was literally neck and neck with the number 2 overall one. Let me get this fixed here so that he represents. One thing is that as you're trying to put it into the lightsaber, you have to find the side that has the longer. There we go. That has the longer part out, and even then, he has kind of a loose grip. And this is the lightsaber gripping hand. You push it in, and just honestly, I may have just gotten a bad one. You can see how it's wibble wobbling already. But we'll go ahead and just put him back here carefully. I love that figure. I recommend it. Now the price on that one, on those Japanese ones, the prices hold up. So I'm going to say probably 60, maybe even 70. They keep going up. So I would say anywhere between $60 and $70 brand new. Anywhere between $50 and $65 used, but it has to be in like new condition. If it's in, kind of banged up condition or missing a few pieces, don't pay more than $30 or $40, and heck, you get a good deal. You don't need to be honest, how many of you change the hands every day or something? It's a little extreme. Alright, here we go. Number 2, the number 2 of the best of the best. Here's where it's going to get controversial, I know, because of the SHF one. Yeah, it is the 40th anniversary Darth Vader, which is also released as a single Black Series figure in a vintage package, and in the black and red. I think it was number 38. I'm not sure. That's straight off the dome piece. But this figure is the most accurate. They have articles online, Lucasfilm does and Hasbro does, about how hard they worked. First off, look at all the material you get. Real material, and it's nice, it's thick. I've had this guy on display for over a year. Underneath, you have the tunic, and the tunic is actually made out of cloth, just like in the movie. It continues as one continuous piece, just like in the movie, right here up to this chest, and then it goes around his shoulders and down his back. It is a legit robe. That had to take some time. The helmet is exactly proportioned. I mean, exactly. They really went all out on this one. It has the same color that it appeared in A New Hope. This is the A New Hope version. By the way, the S.H.Figuarts was also an A New Hope version. Then you have, just look at the excellent paint apps. They're right up there, if not as good, if not better than the SHF. I would say probably as good, at least. As far as articulation goes, they found an excellent way to do something you cannot do with most Vaders. Look at that. You can get that arm straight out, actually a little bit to the back, because what they did is they designed it so that the ball joint and the shoulder pad, the shoulder pauldron, actually just slide right in. And that's with cloth around it, so that's especially difficult. Then you twist it back, you get rotation, you get lower arm rotation at the elbow, at the double jointed elbow, and then you also get a rotation, like I said, when you're out here, a little bit. It's, well, actually, you can go all the other way. I don't want to break it, so you could go that way. But you can get an easy bend, you can get a straight, and then again, like I said, with the head, he goes this far. It is limited, but check this out. It's it's movie accurate. Look at that. No chain at all. That's what he had in A New Hope. Go check the movie out or get some stills. That is exactly how it was supposed to be. The cape part was tucked under the helmet, the bottom of the helmet. The lightsaber is nice. It's beefy. It just fits, and the red is just, it is a true crimson red, and much like the new canon says that they have to make a Jedi's kyber crystal bleed with their anger to turn it red, this one truly has the blood red effect. Here's the reason this is the number 2 figure. And by the way, up and down, if you got that, and you even have a pivot and a toe hinge. I mean, so you've got everything. Not toe hinge, excuse me. You have an ankle rocker and an ankle hinge and the ball with the ball, so you can get it in. You can get him in any position you want. And these rotate. The legs rotate, and they go out quite far. The great thing is too, he has excellent, and I mean excellent balance. So, and that's about the same as the SHF. Actually, the SHF, I've had more trouble with falling than this. Now, you can do a Dracula, if you want to do a little Dracula action here. Alright, there you go. Ah, yeah, I am Darth Vader. Or you can do something kind of cool. Just fold it back a little bit here, and you will have it coming down nicely and neatly. You can present that and move that back so that a little bit of the shoulder armor goes out. You have, again, the hands have 360 rotation. All the hands of every one I've shown you has 360 rotation. You do have a hip swivel, but you don't want to go too far with it and mess up the inner robe. But you can get a little bit of a swivel off the ball joint that's right there in the hip area, the torso area. So then you go here, and you've got that nice and balanced out. That's why he got the number 2 barely. Excuse me, the main reason, value. He is, most places are selling the early bird special, like right now on Amazon, as of the date of this video. You can get the whole box with the set and everything, the 40th anniversary, for $17.99, I believe, right around there on Amazon. They're pretty cheap on eBay too. Loose, they're cheap on eBay. Really, the highest price you're going to pay is around $23, and that's if someone's charging a little more than they should. For some reason, this absolutely wonderful, excellent figure is going very cheap. So go for it. They made a lot of them. Now here, I want to show you real quickly, and I took some pictures to show. Here is the alternate. Take a look. The red-eyed Vader. What happened is, this one is one of the many that they produced, and they obviously, it was from an error. They were making them in a way that Lucasfilm didn't like, or something, or Disney didn't, as far as it because the brighter, as cool as it looks, isn't an exact match for the New Hope Vader, which was what they were going for. There's lots of theories, regardless of how it came to be. It's an extremely rare version, where that you can find occasionally in the boxes. People sell them for $60 in the box, $50 to $60 in the box, anywhere between 25 and 40, or 25 to 45 loose. For especially, there's one that even has a brighter red, which could have indeed been Rogue One. I'm open to all theories, but my own theory is that just quality control got a hold of it because they went out of their way to make Hasbro did to make that video and the link. Anyway, he's got everything exactly the same as the regular one that I just showed you. Same clothing, but it just has that different face, different eyes, different grill. He has a slightly more silver sheen on the left cheek. That one has it too, which is movie accurate. I don't know if you ever noticed, but it was a little dark gray. This one actually is more silver than it should be. That's another thing. Another thing I noticed is when I feel this, it has a rough feel to it. You can maybe even see where it doesn't have that smooth glaze, almost like it wasn't finished, but hey, we already made it, so let's sell it. I don't know. I'm not going to say I do for sure. Hasbro would not confirm or deny either way. But either way, it's a great find. If you can get one of these, I got it from a friend at a local toy store in Toy Federation. He hooked me up for $15. That was awesome. If you can find it for anywhere in that range, 15 to 25, go for it. Awesome figure. All right, time for number one, the winner. This was very hard. If you watched my number 4 video, the Mafex video in this series, I had so much trouble comparing them and making this decision. But ultimately, I came to the decision that the original Mafex one, the Return of the Jedi one, was the best of the best for the Mafex ones. And now I've determined it is the best of the best, period, of the 6-inch scale. Let's get into why. First off, they all come with this excellent, beautiful stand, holds them in really well. You can get them into all kinds of different positions, even aerial positions. Next, you have excellent proportions on the face and the body. The one knock I have against this is that he is a little thin-bodied in the arms. Well, the legs are fine. It's mainly the arms, and then right here it kind of curves out a little where they molded in the PVC robe. Wish they had gone with a cloth robe. This one though is very nice. Check this out. The helmet comes off, and then you have an really movie accurate, truly movie accurate. Let's get that. Come on, 4K, get it. There we go. And then you have it where all the magnets, everything matches. Of course, the saber is dead on. And then in the back, you have Anakin's head. Now, I just want to reiterate, you could get any of the Mafex figures and you're winning, but this is the original. It comes with Sebastian Shaw's head, I should say Anakin's head. Here's how you do it. You just gently wiggle side to side, wiggle it, there you go. And then you take this one and you just do this, you snap it in, get it in there, boom. You've got Lord Vader, or I should say Anakin Skywalker. They even went to the trouble of putting detail of gold for the vocabulary later that he uses to speak with. I mean, they have individual buttons in there. They went ahead and they made sure that the head exactly matches the scars from the movie. And on the very back of the neck, you've got the little cybernetic attachments. Alright, so that's pretty awesome in my book. I'm going to take it off and put it back in the full Vader mode to show you the rest of everything that he has. Now, again, there was a Revenge of the Sith version, which is all black, and it comes with the younger version. But here's something cool. People go, it doesn't look like Hayden Christensen. There's a reason. What they did is they de-aged the Sebastian Shaw version because they wanted to stay true to their line and technically stay true to Star Wars and have a younger version of this face that had just been recently burned, and it looks awesome. The figure itself has its issues, but it's also great. Please watch that video and you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. Let's get in this really quick. He has the black chain on his neck, black chain on the neck, lightsaber, incredibly detailed, excellent for putting both his arms on it. He has double jointed elbows. He has a little bit of everything. Paint job. Look at these paint apps. And nice and loose PVC, so you can get his legs pretty far apart, get him into whatever stance you want. And he has, Mafex did originate it. They used a thinner wire. You have to be careful, folks, with it. That's my warning. It can tear the thinner material. S.H.F. did a great job by putting a thicker material. But see, I like to give him like that nice broad look. And the hands, not just 360, you've got the elbows, you can get that. These actually come up, the pauldrons come up, so you can raise that up. And again, this is the Return of the Jedi version. He has the toes go up and down just like the SH. And then you have, just like I said, PVC robing underneath. And you have that. And then you also have the cool stand that saves me a lot of trouble. You have all these different hands, and if you check the video, you'll see exactly what they do and exactly how they look. But you've got, kind of like a just handshake hand. Let's just go to the 40th anniversary one just got depressed. Oh no, he jumped. Okay, check this out. This stump is awesome. You've seen some before where it's just a silver mess. Look at that. I don't know how they painted that small, but you can see what looks like individual wires, and in person it has a metallic sheen to it. Sure, I'd like it to look a little burned like it did in the movie, but this is still really awesome. And basically how you do this with this figure is you take off his gauntlet. You just pull it up. Well, you first take off the hand, I guess, if you want to. And then you take off the gauntlet. Okay. You do want to be careful with it. Alright, so you go ahead and we try to match it just like so. It should just snap snugly in there. There we go. Oh. Okay, we're having an alert. We are having a red alert. Ooh, I shouldn't be saying that in one of my Star Wars videos. I'm a geek. I love it all. Star Wars, Star Trek. But obviously, I don't collect Star Trek, so there we go. So here you go. You've got the stump, and then of course you have this, the head, and you can literally recreate the final scene with all his articulation. Have his hand up, have his other hand up, have his stump kind of out, take that off, or have it beat up. It's a great figure, and right now you can still find it. I got mine for 50. You can find them for $54.99, brand new. I highly recommend, and especially with SHF, you only buy the ones that are legitimately from Japan or that say authentic. There are so many scammers and bootleggers out there selling pieces of junk. Now, Mafex, fortunately, Mafex has escaped that a little bit. But not totally. Now here's my runner-up to the winner, and I couldn't choose this one for one reason mainly, is that mine is a custom, and I do know what the original looks like. I still think the original one is slightly better than this Rogue One, but this Rogue One is a must-have. I'm telling you, folks, right now it just keeps going up in price, and this is why. Look at the eyes. Let's get him real close to you. And you'll be able to see. Take a look for the camera, buddy. There we go. Can you see his eyes? A little bit of the eyes. There you go. They actually put now the helmet comes off, but not the head. And once again, you have all that. And you have a slightly younger, still pale, but younger, more healed. The scar tissue hasn't completely set in yet. I don't know why. I guess, well, it was about a 5-year fight between in the trilogy, that they skipped around. So I would guess that he could do that with the dark side. Now, my custom has the 40th anniversary inner tunic robe. And so it 100% matches the movie. I mean, it's 100%. I mean, they made it even the gloves, and they did the same thing with the other one. All the other gauntlets and gloves had vertical striations, if you will. Um, this one had horizontal, and I believe in the New Hope one, he may have had horizontal. I think he actually just had vertical, and they weren't very noticeable. Take a look at that paint job. He even has, they both have this, by the way, a ball joint here in the upper chest and a ball joint down in the hips, a hip swivel. The legs, 90 degrees, no problem, any direction. Out, does the splits. Now, with the PVC, you need to loosen it. I have a video on how to loosen them up. So that would be my recommendation. Still has the toe. Now, this is the runner-up. He has the same thing with the wire in the cape. Beautiful lightsaber. Take a look at that. It's even more. And what's cool is since it was younger, since he was younger, it was older. It they show the difference between it and the Revenge of the Sith one by making the Revenge of the Sith one look a little more like it's having a little more bent wear to it. So the winner though goes to Mafex. Now S.H.F. Return of the Jedi figure, I will have that, and I'll have the link so you can see the pictures of it. Right now we'll get the winner, Lord Vader, Mafex, original one, $50. The Rogue One, you're gonna have to expect to pay about $70. If you find it any lower, jump all over it. Just make sure it's legit from Japan. Now this one is getting hoaxed a lot. Make sure you get this one straight. It says from Japan. This is a great figure too. This S.H.Figuarts, with all the ball movement, all the ball joints, everything like that. And one thing I forgot to mention: all S.H.Figuarts had this little extra part, little bonus coverage here, so you can actually extend. You can actually make them taller or shorter. For example, the legs. It's like a chiropractic adjustment. Boom, up, down. It's about 3 centimeters of difference. So you can have them in the higher, and the reason they do that is so that if you want to, sometimes you have trouble balancing him if you have a crazy stance and his legs are perfectly even, so you can lift one up and then he's going to lean. Say that we're doing a slash like he was slashing on those guys at the end of Rogue One. You could actually have him in that position doing that. So that's one thing I wanted to mention. And by raising the shoulder, for example, I can raise this one high. I can drop this one low, just like you would if you were coming in for a swing, and it gives a great impression. It's once again, this one only came in a very close third, almost tied for second, like the Rogue One was tied for first, due to the fact that it's so awesome. But once again, you cannot beat value. And the Black Series 40th Anniversary Edition is complete. It doesn't have a ton of hands. It doesn't have all this other stuff. It has great articulation, and it is one of the most accurate figures ever made to screen. I happen to believe this one also is, and it does come with all the extra stuff. So that's why this one gets the ultimate win. And to be honest, Rogue One Mafex-Medicom figure is a tie for it. The Revenge of the Sith one is not quite as good, but once again, just check those videos. You'll understand what I'm talking about. I was very thorough. And but that's it for right now until October when the SHF won. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. I'll be doing a showing, I'll be doing some Lord of the Rings stuff, and I have so many Vaders, probably 200 or 300. I'll keep reviewing Vaders of different sizes. We have the 8-inch one as well coming up from Hasbro. Pretty soon. It's supposed to be the hyper-realistic version. So that's going to be exciting to review, as well as many other things. So thank you for so much for watching. I know this was a long video. It's been a long series. Once again, though, if you take a look right now, pictures are coming to show you all the different looks of the winner, then to show you all the different looks of the where the other ones ranked. We'll be starting off with the winner, going second, third, and fourth. Thank you so much for watching, so very much. Please like if you enjoyed it. Please comment and let me know what you think, what your favorites are. Please check out the videos in the description. The links are there, and I will have a pinned comment up. And so thank you so much, and have a wonderful morning, afternoon, day, or night, or early AM. Thank you. May the dark side be with you. I mean, may the force be with you.